Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of PandTha Talks.
Hello.
We have a bit of an interesting week this one. So we'll be covering a few different topics. I was at first struggling to find them, then all of a sudden every topic under the sun decided to just pop up. So I'll accept that.
Nice.
So we're going to start out sad and move to more happier times. Sound good? So we'll start with Sony reportedly cutting jobs
Yay, another
again.
one.
Then 9 Assassin's Creed games in development simultaneously is a bit too much reader's feature, and I fully agree with that point.
Sounds a bit ridiculous.
It does a bit. Emulation proves the inevitable Achilles heel of Qualcomm's new PC chips when it comes to gaming. Next, it'll be the first Neuralink patient says implant has given him incredible gaming skills. He claims he's basically got aimbot, which is funny.
I saw a TikTok of this for like 5 seconds worth.
And then the final thing we'll cover today will be every major video game release coming soon for PCs. Because let's be honest, we need something positive to end the month of June. It's been a weird couple of months. But anyways, let's get right into it. So, there's a reason I'm not on any of the things I've said straight away. I just want to point out, Game Rant, you are causing the problem we have with Fallout 4 at the moment. We don't want any more fucking updates to break our mods. Stop pointing out these glitches.
Who cares about an infinite ammo glitch whenever there's just fucking 700 mods that can give you infinite ammo?
Yeah, but the thing is, they'll try and patch shit out like this. Yet Daniel Morris thinks this is incredibly helpful. Who runs out of fucking ammo when you can craft the shit?
I've not played Fallout 4 pretty much since the update because it's just you can't play it basically.
I can now. At last. It took them a while. I started a game the other night and I actually could play it successfully.
Give that a week when they update it again.
True. So, Sony reportedly cutting around 250 jobs. Sony is reportedly planning to cut 250 staff from recordable media business, possibly impacting PlayStation. Physical media.
No, I wanted to launch.
What?
It's launch balloons tiny friends by accident.
But why do I trust you with anything, sir?
I saw Diablo season 32 and I wanted to go check that that's not the current season 31 because it gave me interest. Maybe I want to play some Diablo, and I typed in B for Blizzard and forgot that balloons would be opened up instead because it was the last thing I played.
See, everyone questions me being the person that goes on tangents.
I'm just explaining what happened, man. I'm not going on a tangent. You asked.
Well, I mean, in all fairness.
He says he's about to go on another tangent.
Fuck off.
Stay on topic, Roy.
A new report claims that Sony is gearing up to cut around 250 staff members from the tech conglomerate's record media business division. While these alleged layoffs aren't necessarily related to PlayStation, they could indirectly impact the trajectory of Sony's gaming division in the long term, possibly leading to a future that many hardcore gamers may not like. What the fuck classifies as a hardcore gamer? I have this question every time they say it.
260 hours every fortnight on Rust.
No, Will, that we call those people lifeless.
Okay, what about staying out 3 days straight, playing 7 days a night, killing hordes of zombies?
I refer you to my first answer.
12 hours straight of Blades and Sorcery.
Now that's more acceptable. At least
I'm
you're
at
getting
24
some
hours straight.
exercise.
I'm at 24 hours straight just throwing zipline ammo at hot dogs.
I think they call that eventual muscle decay.
Mm.
Sounds fun though. The tech landscape has been hit with devastating layoffs over the last few years, especially when it comes to the gaming industry. Back in 2023, Microsoft eliminated an eye-watering 10,000 jobs. I hate that they use words like that. Eliminated. Yes, because they definitely cocked their fucking laser guns for to sacrifice these people. No.
Time to start using execution.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Across several of its subsidiaries, only to follow that up by cutting an additional 1,900 positions from the company's Xbox branch into early 2024. Fuck that.
Yep.
Meanwhile, fellow console manufacturer Sony announced a few months ago that it would lay off around 900 employees across its PlayStation division. These two corporations are far from the only companies to exercise brutal layoff practices, though as nearly every other major video game publisher has recently announced sweeping job cuts for of some sort, from EA, Take-Two, and Ubisoft to Sega, Square Enix, and Embracer Group. Okay,
I thought
gamer.
we were past all this shit, man.
I was hoping so. I
Especially
really
with
was.
Ubisoft coming out with their quadruple A games. Shouldn't they be raking in the cash?
Okay. You can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself. You know that's bullshit. My question is, who the fuck is the Embracer Group?
I couldn't
Every
tell you,
other
man.
one of them is like a big name brand. Who the fuck are Embracer Group?
This is a dangerous road. This is gonna give you some crazy shit, man. Swedish video game company.
What do you own, Embracer Group? You own some big
Lord,
fucking games.
Lord of the Rings. I
Metro,
saw at
Deus
the start.
Ex.
These are older games, but if you go back to the start there, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
We can
my
understand.
apologies.
Wait, hang on though. Dead Island and Tomb Raider. What?
Yeah.
How are people getting cut from here?
Umbrella
When?
Academy, Darksiders 3, Deep Rock Galactica, Hellboy, Valheim, Saint. Yeah, I see why. I get it. Satisfactory, Thief. Yeah, I can see why. So they own THQ Nordic, Plyon, Coffee Stain, Amplifier, Decca, Crystal Dynamics, Free Mode, Dark Horse Media, Asmode, and Easy Brain. Yeah, fair play. They have actually some big people under them. I'd never heard of them before.
No.
I've got to admit. But
It
now
blows
I
me
know
away
of them.
though that these layoffs are still happening. It's like
Oh,
this
it's
isn't
horrific.
gonna this isn't gonna make your company get better. This is gonna make your games take longer to be developed, longer to be released, and it's gonna inevitably end in less sales for your games.
Correct. Unfortunately, it seems that these layoffs aren't ending anytime soon. As a report from
Minichi.
Mainichi? Yeah, we'll go with that. A major Japanese newspaper alleges that Sony Group Corp is gearing up to eliminate around 250 positions, or 37% of the 670 staff members, from its recordable media business, key manufacturing hub in northeastern Japan.
Jesus
Essentially,
Christ.
this suggests that Sony is cutting down on its in-house production of physical media, likely in regard to movies and TV shows. The Minichi purports, that's supposed to be, no, purports, yeah.
I don't even know anymore now.
Yeah, I've stopped when journalist writers decide to just throw in complicated words for the sake of it that no one uses. These planned jobs come planned job cuts come amid a decline in demand for traditional storage formats such as Blu-ray discs, which was the big thing that PlayStation brought with the PS3.
Did anyone
Now
ever
they're
use
not
it though?
bothered. I did actually. With
Well,
stream.
you're a weirdo. Did anyone else? I don't think I ever remember putting a single Blu-ray disc in.
Well, I got the. Do you remember Heath Ledger's Joker?
Yeah.
Remember that Batman series? I had those on Blu-ray.
Okay, let me rephrase. I don't think I ever cared about buying a Blu-ray disc.
I didn't. My parents got it, mate.
No. Like of anything. Like there's so little difference in reality,
Oh yeah, it didn't really bother me too much.
and you're paying like double the price for it for the
To be fair
Blu-ray
though,
disc.
now if you look at the Blu-ray, there's no point. You look at 4K, you're like, yeah, I see a difference.
Yeah, but even back then though, like between standard and Blu-ray, there was so little, it felt like there was so little difference.
Back then I could tell, but I mean, now I wear glasses, so I can't tell you like a lot of difference.
Aha, blind.
You heard it here first, people. I am apparently blind.
I
With streaming
mean,
services now the norm, considering that rumours have recently swirled around major retailers like Target abandoning the distribution of physical media altogether, this doesn't come as much of a surprise. So yeah, basically this really does not paint a good picture for Sony keeping physical games, which would be less of a concern if it wasn't for the shit that Ubisoft recently has been pulling with like the games like The Crew. You
yeah,
know, they completely removed access to that game altogether.
that is quite a large issue at the minute.
So this is where we all start to be quite concerned, and now
Mm.
we're having to
Plus the
wait and see.
whole you don't own the game even though you've paid for it.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole deal along the lines of that.
I mean, it's very similar. The same kind of applies even if you buy physical.
Hey, but at least you can hand that to someone else.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Look at your Steam library. If you croak it, you're legally not allowed to give it to anyone.
Legally. But when has the law ever stopped us?
You get what I mean.
Also, realistically, now you can just do a Steam family. So that way, even if I do croak it, as you put, a load of people have still got access to my fucking games. Problem solved. I don't have to log in for that shit.
Yeah, and then they realize that you're actually deceased and they just hit delete.
Yeah, in 100 years' time, that's fine. The Manchies report also claims that fuck you. The Sony will gradually cease production of optical disc storage media products, including Blu-ray discs. Who gives a shit? Like anymore. According to its sources, although the tech giant's gaming division isn't outright mentioned here, one has to wonder if these alleged plans will also impact the distribution of physical PS5 titles. Most likely. Well, let's just be straight up here. That is the most likely situation to go ahead from this. After all, every physical PlayStation game is printed on a Blu-ray disc. Oh, there you go, Will. There's your answer.
I'm sorry, when was the last time I touched the console?
Oh, I know, same here. You know me, mate. I left in PS3 era.
Yeah, you and me both. It's completely irrelevant to both of us.
Oh, yeah. So if Sony is indeed looking to abandon internal production efforts for the media format altogether, then that could suggest that physical discs might have to face the Reaper in the future. No shit. Recent reports from analysts have suggested that physical game sales have been declining year over year, so Sony's potential decision to sunset its Blu-ray manufacturing division, including the in-house production of PS5 discs, would make more sense in this context. Whether Regardless of whether this ends up happening or not, these job cuts at Sony, combined with the recent layoffs at Xbox physical retail teams, seems to point to the all digital future inching closer and closer to becoming a reality. We already knew this, to be honest.
Yeah.
Didn't know Sony was
I mean,
founded?
PCs are for quite a long time have been mostly digital, especially with Steam.
Oh
Like
yeah,
there's very few people that intentionally have a CD drive in there,
yeah. I had.
unless it's been specifically requested.
Oh, you know the story then.
Yeah, you already told me.
That's a fun one. That it was an awkward build, but they really wanted that CD drive. Really, really. 9 Assassin's Creed games in development is madness and far too much. Reader's feature.
Oh, well,
I hate all this. I really do. Like, how can you call yourself a journalist? You're a fucking advertisement. That's what you are. You're a walking advertisement. A reader is unimpressed by the idea that so many Assassin's Creed games but fears that the yearly sequels are going to become commonplace again. I need a drink before I try that.
no alcohol, Roy.
Oh, I'm tempted. It always seems fashionable to be down on Assassin's Creed. I'm not going to say it's my favorite ever series or cutting edge gaming, but I've enjoyed most of the ones I've played and always consider a new one when it comes out. My main consideration is the reviews and whether I've played one recently because they're long games and you don't want to be playing the same thing basically twice in a row. Uh, yeah, I read that right. Okay. Sorry, it felt like a weird ending. I already heard the rumor that there's 9 new games in development, but didn't pay too much attention to it at first because, after all, it is just a rumor. Then on Thursday, there was a blog from the boss of Ubisoft that said there was more than one remake underway.
Right, so it's not that there's 9 games coming out; they're just remastering all the old games. Got it.
Yeah. So, okay, that's
Like,
Shadows, Hex, 2 remakes, I think some mobile games already confirmed. So maybe that 9 games rumor was more believable than I thought. Maybe it was even an underestimate. I almost feel like it doesn't need saying, but 9 games in a franchise in which all those games are basically the same except for the setting and the split between those that are old school and modern role players is ridiculous overkill.
it just screams cash grab.
Yeah, it does.
Like, it's one thing to have like a good game franchise where like it started years ago, and they want to remaster like one of the first games that kicked off the whole franchise that was maybe one of the more beloved ones, but had like a lot of bugs and glitches, or just could like they're like, fuck it, let's do a whole overhaul on the game so people can replay it again in today's graphics, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But doing all the games at once, probably gonna charge full price
Oh,
or
yeah.
just under for their current pricing anyway. Like who's even asking for this? No one.
Um, if they release the Ezio trilogy remastered, I would buy it.
Mm.
I disappoint myself saying that, but I would buy it. I know I would.
You disappoint us all saying that, Roy.
I would buy it during like now when like there's a summer sale on, for example. I'd
Well,
wait
it
for
wouldn't. It wouldn't. It probably wouldn't even go on to that if it was to be released now because it's freshly released. It'd probably put like a fucking 10% off.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, I'd wait a couple of years and wait for them to come onto a sale.
You've also got to realize as well if they're doing 9 things at once, what quality are they going to be outputting at?
That's my only concern, to be honest. That is the big concern. Thankfully, like they've already got all the vocals all recorded. They already know what the story is. They're not going to change any of that. So it'd literally just be a graphical increase. Yeah, sure, go for it. Just make sure that the game runs, the mechanics are okay,
I
and
can't
that
see
the
it.
game doesn't crash every 7 seconds.
I can't see it happening the way people see it. It's gonna go.
Yeah, considering how they are as a company, I don't trust it much. The blog says the goal is to have Assassin's Creed games come out more regularly, but not for it to be the same experience every year. So they do want something every year, but they don't want it to be the same thing. A nice thought, kind of, but somehow I don't imagine the differences between each one are going to be that big. It's not like one of them is going to be a flight sim and the other's going to be a dating game. I like this guy. I
Well,
like
in
them.
fairness, if they fuck it up and break the movement, you start gliding around the place. It might be considered a flight sim.
Oh yeah. It's obvious this is not. This is all part of the same madness that has overtaken every non-Japanese publisher since the beginning of the year, with the layoffs, the sudden pivot to live service games, and going multi-format. Excuse me, we literally just covered Sony fucking getting rid of people. Good try on that, but you did miss that point. Probably because you may have had released this before or about the same time. I'll have to check that after. With Ubisoft, though, they've kind of already done all that already. They've been trying for years to get a hit live service game, but all they've ever had is Rainbow Six Siege. So I think they realised that that's not the answer. I'm sure Sony will cotton on in a few years, and so they're going with the only other option they have, double down on what they know works. But surely they also realise that if you double or triple your output when people are going to get tired of it twice or 3 times as quickly, I feel like I'm having a stroke now. Bloody hell. If all Assassin's Creed games came out every 3 years, I'd probably get them all. Yeah, that's fair. If it came out every year, I'd probably get so sick of hearing about it, I wouldn't get any of them. I don't
Tell that to
think
COD
that's
players.
very true. I don't think that's me being weird. Having too much of a good thing is a very common problem. We don't
Is
need. What, sorry?
is it?
Well, that's true. I mean, I'd like a competent working co-op mod for Blade and Sorcery,
Don't even fucking start. Holy shit.
but we'll talk about that later. Um,
S-
we don't need to return to the yearly sequels, and yet I get the feeling Ubisoft aren't the only ones that are going to be thinking along these lines. Variety is the spice of life, and if every year is going to be the same six budget games time and time again, things are going to get very stale very quickly. They made a few good points, to be honest with
Again,
you.
tell that to COD.
Yeah, they made a few fair points. I've got to admit to that. There was like one or two things, obviously, with a little bit of Sony bias sprinkled on top of it. We're used to seeing that at this point. Talk, I get it. You want to blind me with the color of the sun. Stop.
Well, it is a flash sale.
There you go, Flash, it's gone. Oh, you. I know I can't even get rid of it because it'll just return. Right.
That was too good, man. That was too good.
We'll move on. You see, this is the reason we can't script. Because we come out with some of the most bizarre things while reading things, and then things like that happen. Emulation proves the inevitable Achilles heel of Qualcomm's new PC chips when it comes to gaming. So, what new CPUs are fucking up today? 2 weeks ago, I was in a hotel in downtown Taipei, prodding some of Qualcomm's new Snapdragon X Elite laptops, and I was impressed with how well they ran.
Laptops.
I know, right? Baldur's Gate 3 and Metro Exodus. Both are compiled for the x86 CPU architecture, yet the co-created Microsoft/Qualcomm Prism emulation layer still delivered impressive gaming performance from proper gaming PCs. That's proper PC games. And I was happy. A few days later, I was happier still as I checked out it works on WAOA microsite to see about game compatibility, and this is what I saw. Okay, so they got
Football Manager.
perfect on Football Manager. Good for them.
Football Manager.
Yeah, Football Manager will. But today, now that the early reviews are starting to trickle out, either in sponsored form or otherwise, the news isn't nearly so promising. And it's nothing to do with the brutal bout of Computex COVID-19 I came back with. It's all about the performance hit when it comes to gaming under that emulation layer. Dave2D's video offers up some okay...
Dave.
Yeah, it's always Dave. Okay benchmark figures at the 1080p low preset level on a selection of games, but goes on to highlight that there's also occasional stutter in the games. I don't think it's stutter from a hardware thing. I'm convinced it's completely a software issue, because the thermals were fine, and sometimes you'd go for a long stretch with a sustained frame rate, but eventually you'd get a stutter. That is so awkward. I hate bad software dev. It always causes these sort of like small issues. Don't get me wrong, software development is a difficult field. It really is.
Tell if you're being serious or sarcastic.
What about?
Just this whole article is killing me.
Why is it killing you?
Dave.
Yeah.
Whoever the fuck wrote this as well, singing its praises about how it looks like it's gonna be really good, then shows it getting a perfect rating on fucking Football Manager.
No.
And then complaining that there's issues with it when it's a fucking laptop.
Well.
What?
Dave's this bit.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. This guy's someone else.
Yeah, I know. I'm complaining at both of them.
Yes, it's a laptop.
Yeah,
What?
Something runs on Football Manager, and then you're telling me at low 1080p it's running shit.
Yeah, we don't know what games those were for. They've not specified.
Doesn't matter if it's fucking low preset 1080p, man. I'm not gonna touch it.
Yeah, that's true.
I play at 1440p, man. If it can't even run 1080p, I'm gonna just light it on fire before it gets a chance to do it to itself.
I play 1080p.
It's because you're gross, and I keep telling you to hurry up and get a 1440p. Maybe you'll actually be able to see things.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, it's not a bad point. 30 frames
here we are.
Cyberpunk.
34 for Cyberpunk, 35 for Baldur's Gate 3, 83 for Overwatch 2. That says more about that game than it ever needs to. Palworld 39 and Helldivers 2 41. You know what?
So you've got actual games that have actual graphics, and you've thrown polygons in the middle.
Yeah. You know what? Just out of curiosity, and I'm sorry, so community manager, I'm doing this. How bad are your reviews? 18%, 275,987.
Fuck me.
Yeah, that's right. Perfect.
And like
Deserved.
that, any game as well on low preset, especially 1080p,
Oh wait,
is
we
just
have
gonna
more.
look like absolute garbage.
So they did a 3D mark test. Not
Sorry,
great.
what is this measuring in the numbers?
Read the
Pixels or
bottom.
what?
That's all it's telling you. That is the
Cool.
entire information of this graph.
Thanks, guys. 3,451 fucking watt.
Oh, here we go. This is a bit better.
Battery.
Yeah.
Who cares about battery? PC player, man. I don't have a battery.
Yeah, but I'm on about for laptop here, okay? Just take into consideration Netflix on a medium load. These are the battery times for survival.
Bro, you're killing me, man.
This is Photoshop.
Oh my god.
And this is apparently light browser viewing. I'm sorry,
I'm sorry.
who spends 11 hours on a browser?
Us?
Okay, fuck you.
I'm sorry, what exactly are they like trying to show us here?
So each one
Because
of these.
no, not just from this one bit,
Okay.
but everything they're saying. Because all I'm seeing is this laptop cannot run shit, or whatever they're trying to advertise and show off.
Pretty much, yeah. What you're saying is about right. So it's this one, the ViviaBook S15. So that one. So the blue bar. So it's basically they're trying to say it's really fucking mediocre.
I don't even think it's that.
No.
Like laptops in general are just not good for gaming. Yes, there are gaming laptops out there that will actually run well, but you are paying just absolute mind-blowing amounts for them.
It's a sad time.
This is part of a 2 minute. Oh no, this is this new one. Okay, yeah, please move on from that.
Yeah, I am. First Neuralink patient says implant has given him aneurysm got incredible gaming skills. That was perfectly timed. Fuck you. Earlier this year, Noland Arborg became the first patient to receive a brain computer chip implant by Elon Musk's startup Neuralink.
It wasn't by Musk himself.
Yeah, because he has so much credentials to do that. The 29-year-old lost control over his limbs after a driving accident 8 years ago. Was it a Tesla by chance? What the fuck was that? But has since gained the ability to move a cursor with his mind alone, thanks to the coin battery-sized implant implanted in his skull and brain. Which one is it?
That resembles closely to a game name, Roy.
Yeah, it does. It does. The tech
I wonder if his
isn't
graphics are as.
the tech isn't without its perils, but it also has the potential to profoundly impact the lives of people like
I'm sorry.
Arborg.
Perils? Is bro gonna die in a year? Is he gonna like? Is this brain gonna fry or something?
First Neuralink patient alarm device starts glitching. He started to lose functionality. But then they told me that the threads were getting pulled out of my brain.
Well, that sounds lovely.
Oh. Profoundly impact the lives of people like Arborg, giving them novel ways to live enriched and independent lives. At the same time, according to his latest media appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience, guess who else? Where else? Where else? Oh, okay. I was just making a sarcastic comment. It turns out that was the actual next comment. Okay. Given that Musk is a frequent flyer on the show, the upgrade is giving Arborg sick new gaming skills. I basically have an aimbot in my head. Will, I think I might have found one of the people that's beating you in Rust.
Died it.
He told the controversial podcaster, referring to bots that automatically lock onto their opponents in video games, giving cheating players seemingly superhuman reflexes. They'll probably have different leagues for people like me because it's just not fair. It's that accurate and it's faster, Arbog dished. Sometimes it's so good that it's like I'm moving before I even think it to move. If you think about moving your hand, the signal is basically already being sent before you move your hand. Yes, that's basically the context of it. It's sending the signal before you're even telling it what you're thinking that you want it to do. But that's the same with gaming. I'm not thinking very much about why I'm doing this. It's just I'm going, oh yeah, I'm just gonna move my hand around. Oh, that's where it's going.
When I run past a bush and a bush starts shooting me,
It's
I
just done.
I don't even think. I just react and I've shot the bush.
Exactly. So, just a bit of advice: if you ever see me or Will in public, avoid us. We get jumpy.
And avoid bushes.
Yeah.
The bush starts moving, I'm gonna start punching the bush.
We get very jumpy when we're acting about. While games like Call of Duty are still too far out of reach for the Neuralink at this point,
that's my question. What game was he playing that gave him aimbot?
That's a good question. He has successfully played plenty of other games, including Civ 6 and Mario Kart.
Is he just driving around as Mario in his little car with a fucking Glock or something?
I'm intrigued, but it's not really been too obvious, is it? In the next few years, I think I'll be able to play anything anyone else plays. He hopes to play Halo someday.
So what has he played other than Civ and Mario?
That's all it's telling us. Which is annoying. Earlier this year, he started to losing control of the cursor. Neuralink found that some of the threads inserted into his motor cortex had started to retract over time, possibly due to trapped air in his skull following the surgery. As a result, the company is now hoping to dig the wires, each of which is thinner than a human hair, deeper into the second subject's brain.
That's a lovely way of phrasing it.
Yeah, I'm really for this idea. I definitely don't want it to stop. Apart from having video games with almost superhuman reflexes, Arberg also reflected on the downsides of having hardware installed in his brain. I mean, people ask me all the time if this thing can be hacked, and the short answer is yes, he said, but at this point, at least the hacking wouldn't be able to really do much. You might be able to control my cursor on my screen and making me look at weird stuff. In the middle of one really complex fight in a game like of Call of Duty, Pornhub.
Man, I can't beat this guy. Quick, open Pornhub on his browser. Sounds like Deus Ex, though, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
When you have to go get the new fucking chip, but you shouldn't get it because they all get hacked later on. You get all fucked up, man. I don't know. This shit's weird, man.
I'm going to skip all this. Because why not? What games are coming out for June? So we had
it's not starting off.
It's already been and pretty much gone. So we had Destiny 2's DLC. Sorry.
Just give them 50% of the rights of your mortgage, and you can download the Destiny DLC.
Yeah. So June 2024 basically was DLCs. Elder Scrolls Online expansion, Destiny 2 expansion, Elden Ring expansion, all dropped this month.
Remember when you used to pay for a game and you just got the game?
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, here we go. So, Dead by Daylight, Dungeons and Dragons, Elder Scrolls Online, Gold Road, Wakuse, whatever that is.
No clue.
These are all out, by the way. So, any I cover here?
The Smurfs, hell yeah. Chernobyl.
Oh, yeah.
Liquidators, yeah, that's a great name.
That sounds like an interesting game. Destiny 2 The Final
Autopsy
Shape.
Simulator, what the fuck?
Downward Enhanced, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Rolling Hills Make Sushi Make Friends, Ghost Teen Escape from Limbo, Autopsy Simulator, Blockbuster Inc., Chernobyl Liquidators, Rocksmith Plus, The Smurfs Village Party, Sneak Out, Tour de France 2024, White Day 2, The Flower That Tells Lies. I'm sorry, if you are having to blame a flower for telling lies to you, you need a better excuse. Dragon is Dead, Forgotten Seas, Star Stuff, Kamaru, A Frog Refugee, or Refuge, 100 Alien Cats, Tracks of Fort, Pathfinder, Wrath Righteousness, A Dance of Masks, Taskmaster VR, Willy's Wonderland, the game. Why did I miss a word? Don't Shout Together, Monster Hunter Stories, Yo, what, is there anything actually, massively interesting in this? Talos Principle 2,
Not
Road to
really.
Elysium. Crime Boss, Rocket City. I heard that game was actually what everyone wished for from Payday 3.
Sea of Radiation sounds intriguing.
I mean, any Sea of Radiation always sounds interesting. Crab God. Look like crab, talk like people. Megacopter Blades of the God. Okay, whatever.
There's so much here, yet nothing here
There
at all.
is, yeah. Payday 3 Chapter 2, Boys in Blue. That came out 3 days ago, apparently. July. So this is next month what we're supposed to get. Let's see.
Another Final Fantasy? Jesus Christ.
No,
almighty.
that's the
DLC, whatever the hell
MMO.
it is.
That's more content for the MMO RPG.
Fucking hell.
Power Wash Simulator DLC. Just what we needed.
Yeah. Super Dark Deception. I don't know if you've heard of the game Dark Deception.
Oh, no. Yeah, I have.
It's really cool game, but they took so long to develop it that I lost interest. They were basically doing releasing it chapter by chapter. It was a $5 for each chapter. So all in all, I think it was like £25 or £30 for the full game.
Ouch.
But they just took so long to release. I played first 3, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
Or the first 2 at the very least, and by the time the rest were coming out, I just lost interest in the game altogether. Brilliant horror game, though, honestly.
I need context. I need context.
Oh, it's a dating sim, without a doubt. Just looking at it.
Guide vampires through centuries of emotional baggage, decades of delusions, and the odd bout of self-loathing with real cognitive behavioral therapy concepts, and become a vampire therapist. Even vampires need a shoulder to cry on when a neck to bite just won't do. Apparently, it's a visual novel, dark comedy, psychological, and gothic.
I miss my princess.
Yeah, okay.
I think we've seen enough.
Yeah, a bit of a bizarre one, I must admit. It was
broken.
just...
Oh, I thought they said broken legs. It's broken lens.
You would kill for broken legs. July 25th, Frostpunk 2 releases. If you don't know about that game, it's actually really fucking decent. I've got to admit. Wait, they're making a second Smite. No, you're not allowed to make a second one. You need to stop with the first one. Why? Fucking MOBAs, man. Okay, August. You apparently have shit going on in August, so what we get?
Yes. Cat Quest 3.
Ah, yes, that time I got reincarnated as a slime, Isekai Chronicles.
Is that not an anime?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite animes of all time, to the point where I've actually got a fucking statue of Rimuru.
There you go.
I don't think I'll play it though, because I never get along with anime games. Unless it's Persona. Persona's good. Ah, there we go. We actually have one. Well, we got a game. Star Wars Outlaws comes out on the 30th of August.
I don't care about Star Wars.
I know you don't, but still. Is this another prison escape game?
It looks like Lego versions of Escapists or something. I don't know.
What is this game?
I don't know.
Oh, I want.
Stalker.
Oh yeah, Stalker comes out in September 5th. Really? On that day of all days. That day's my mum's birthday. I'm gonna be able to. No. Oh, I've figured out what it is. It's Prison Architect 2. I explained it. The Quidditch game we looked at, and it was just abysmal.
Man.
Stalker, I'm excited for. There's not really much. Oh, God of War Ragnarok comes to PC at that point as well. Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. Okay. This is what we're dealing with. Okay. Post-September releases or no exact date. What do you have for us? Diablo 4 Vessels of Hatred. Silent Hill 2. Starship Troopers Extermination, which just looks fun. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, October 25th. Turtley Spies Cyber Mission. I thought they stopped, with everything. What the fuck? Life is Strange Double Exposure, 29.
Assassin's Creed.
Yep. Assassin's Creed Shadow, November 15th. Followed by Flight Sim, November 19th. AI Limit. Can you hit your fucking limits?
Crazy Lemmings.
We all know about lemmings. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Apparently, we're not sure of a release date on that still. Lego Horizon Adventures. Well, hey. Looks so fun. Little Nightmares 3. They're making a new Looney Tunes game. Wacky World of Sports.
Looney Tunes, man.
Oh, yeah. Metro Awakening. I'm excited for that. VR game. Definitely. Sam & Max, The Devil's Playhouse Remastered. The Smurfs, another one?
They've said the Smurf Dreams like 3 times now, so it has.
Yeah. Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream. And that seems like everything in there. Oh, wait. No release year or post 2024. What you got for us? A lot.
2 again.
When does that game not pop up in that list? Assassin's
What are
Creed
we at now? Like
Infinity.
5 years?
Yeah. Assassin's Creed Infinity. Assassin's Creed Nexus. Why? Atomfall. I actually am looking forward to that. Quite interesting. Avowed. That looked pretty good from the Xbox Showcase, I've got to say. Both of them games came from Xbox Showcase, and I thought they looked quite decent, actually. Beyond Good and Evil 2. Yeah, no one knows what the fuck's going on with that game. New Bioshock games apparently been announced, but nothing else been said about it. I love Bioshock, and I hope for more games. Please.
Concord.
Concord.
We can just
Control
play one specific part of Fallout 4.
Yeah, the most boring part. Control 2. I enjoyed the
It's a
first.
horror game where you just relive meeting Preston Garvey over and over again.
I would find some way to get nukes into that section. And just nuke him and myself simultaneously. There you go, Will. A game for you. Derpy Conga.
I'm
Or
seeing
Death
there's
Run
Dragon
TV.
Quest 3 HD 2D and Dragon Quest 12. What the fuck?
I'm not sure either. Oh, new Dragon Age game. I did forget about that. Dreamhouse the game. Okay,
Oh,
well,
Elder Scrolls 6.
yeah, Elder Scrolls 6. Platforms to be announced. What a surprise. EA's Iron Man game. What?
No clue.
Interesting. Exodus Fairy Tale 2. Wonder if that's based after the anime. Should imagine it will be.
Gears of War.
Yeah, the E-Day. That actually looked
GTA
really
6.
good. Greedful 2. Hello Kitty Island Adventure. There you go, Will. There's your next big purchase. Well, you need some way to relax after a hard day of Rust.
No, fuck off. There is no the only way of relaxing after Rust is the sweet embrace of death.
Yeah, pretty fair. 2 Jurassic Park games. You got Jurassic
Killing
Park
Floor
Survival,
3.
which I was actually intrigued by, and just a regular collection game. Yeah, Killing Floor 3. I'm very hyped for that. Lab Rat. Please be a VR game. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Quite a few on this list. Blimmin' hell. What the? New Just Cause game. Yes, any day of the week. New Mass Effect game. Yep, any day of the week. New Metro game. Any day of the week. I'll take these 3 happily. The Outer Worlds 2. Painkiller. Ooh, that'd be interesting. The original Painkillers were pretty good. Project 007. I've heard a lot about this during development, and I'm very excited to see what we actually get from it. Silent Hill F. Silent Hill Towerfall.
Whatever that means.
I know, right? Civilization 7.
Is that just because you're going to be running around Silent Hill going, fuck, 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 fuck?
I mean, that's Silent Hill summed up, really, in my opinion. Civilization 7, we're going to hear more about in August. Sin Reloaded.
New Skate game.
Skate. Just bring it to PC. I know it's not coming to PC, and that makes me sad. Because they didn't announce it during the whole thing.
Survival Machine? Do I not have that on my fucking wish list?
Possibly. Hey, look, Star Citizen.
I do. It's still to be fucking announced for a release date.
This one.
I added that fucking. Oh my god! I had that fucking like 8 months ago or something. I'm pretty sure I saw it like a year ago. I don't know, but you know, yeah, that.
Yeah, it definitely seems like your sort of thing to take the piss with. It also seems quite funny. It seems dumb, goofy, and I'm all for that. I can see why you chose it. You probably have to check the Discord to get any updates.
I don't care for joining more Discords.
No, I can bet.
But it's still, you know.
New Tomb Raider game. New Time Splitters game. Fucking hell. Last one passed. Vampire the Masquerade's Bloodlines 2. You announced that were coming out 3 years ago. Fucking get it released. Vigilance 2099. That game looks like it'll be so much fucking fun. I am hyped as shit for that. New Witcher game. The Witcher remake. Be good to see the first Witcher game be remade, to be honest. It's not the best, but not the worst either. Wolf Among Us 2, fair play. A Wonder Woman game, fair enough. And then we've got rumoured games that have been rumoured for a very long time. Bully 2, we've been waiting for that since the dawn of fucking planet Earth, I think, at this point. Half-Life 2 Remaster. Yeah, that's the equivalent of asking for a Half-Life 3. Mafia 4. I'm hopeful, but not holding my breath. Mirror's Edge Remaster. Once again, the same as Mafia 4. New Subnautica game. That could pop up at any given moment, to be brutally honest.
Yep.
Prey 2. We'll see. I mean, it's Bethesda. They've recently lost 2 studios. I'm not certain. They're doing all sorts of shit. PUBG 2. I don't think that guy will ever touch creating a game again. Rise Son of Rome 2, same as Bully 2. Well, no, same as Mafia 4, actually. Titanfall 3, same as that again. And Tony Hawk game. I don't give a damn.
Good one.
So yeah, there you go. We've now covered all that. I think. I feel like I've covered it. Even if I was shouting at myself internally and externally. But anyways, Will, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Please fix Blade and Sorcery Co-op.
Yeah. We tried it out last night. It's
We certainly tried.
yeah.
It is. I mean, as you said, Roy, they were true to their word. It is buggy as hell.
Yeah, they didn't mash their words at all. They were honest about the state of it.
My God, we still expected it to be in better state than what it was.
Yeah. But that's because we have typically got modders who turn around and just go, yeah, it's perfect. There's no problems with it at all. You download the mod and then there's like 17 bugs. You don't know where you are or what you're doing. So when we hear like something's bad, we don't really know how to fucking expect it, do we?
When I play a game and 90+% of my actions aren't registered, it tends to make the game quite unplayable.
Yeah. But that is the mod for you. The thing about it is, at the moment, and this is kind of what I'm dealing with when I've been thinking about it, they have a really good system in place that I wish a lot more developers would, which is you are able to host the co-op session through Steam.
Yeah,
even
that
though
is
the game
pretty
doesn't have
impressive
it.
that they've nailed that.
That is a perfect
Like,
system.
getting connected was so easy.
Yeah.
There was nothing difficult about it. It's literally just click invite, click accept. That's it.
Yeah.
That part is impressive that they've just done that so easily.
Yeah. That is one thing I truly have a lot of respect for. I think they've really done that well. They definitely, though, need to get the syncing problems down. Apparently, there's some issues with magic as well, which we definitely saw.
I wouldn't care. Like, I know it's still in the early days of them developing it, but I would rather they just got general basic mechanics down.
It's got to be the
To
syncing.
perfection and then start on like the rest, because if you can at least just play the game, we can go around chopping people up. That's a start. Then work on the more complicated stuff like syncing projectiles and having everything displayed properly, so on and so forth.
Yeah, I mean, for us, it was primarily us being synced, to be honest. Like, if we hit something, it would do damage. Because sometimes it wouldn't do damage because the other person was hitting something, or so on and so forth. Other times, the only way we could do damage to each other was throwing things. But that was
that didn't work for me 90% of the times.
Yeah.
I'd beat you over the head with a half a stool 50 times, did 0 damage. I'd drop a tiny little pebble on your head and it's half your health gone.
Yeah, I know. I'd never understood that. Because, like, I was beating you over the head with a stool, and it would do, like, 1 or 2 damage. That was it.
At least it was letting you do damage. I stuck a knife in your fucking eyeball, and you just looked at me like, what the fuck?
Well, that's kind of how I felt, especially with my screen going bright red all the time. It was annoying.
Yeah.
But overall, Blade and Sorcery itself, the 1.0 update, they've done a really good job.
Oh, yeah, so much fun.
It's absolutely phenomenal, the stuff they've done there. The mod...
Considering I literally was talking about last week, we were mid-episode, and I bought and downloaded the game. I over exaggerated, Roy. It feels like it's been over 20 hours I've put
I
into the game
know.
already. It's just over 10 hours, which is still a lot
It
for
is.
I only got it last week for a VR
Exactly.
game where I'm just going absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I've got 12.1 hours in, and it's really enjoyable. It just is. But yeah, the model for I'm looking forward to see what updates you do push, and we will be keeping an eye on the
Yeah,
updates
I
for
mean,
that.
we can't fault them at all. They did say, it's
Yeah,
essentially a mess, and he's only if he's the way he's releasing it, it's only 0.6 is his version.
yeah,
So
exactly.
he's not close to finishing it at all. So it will take time, but that's
100%.
completely understandable.
But the fact that we actually can see updates from him and everything else, it's always great to see. But yeah, well done on your mod, to be honest. The initial bits that you've got working, they work well, to be honest with you. Just being able to see like Will's movements and my own, they work okay. Connecting, instantaneous. I'm really impressed by that. Some of the levels do break when you switch level with the person, but you have already addressed that on your feed. So you're already above, you're already kind of in front of where a lot of people were expecting you to be, which that's amazing news.
Dude, Nexus is just such a fucking good website. They're having issues right now with the page timing out, and
Oh,
they've
yeah.
already like put up a thing saying that they're aware of it. So
Doesn't
it's
even
not you're
shock
not
me.
just left in the dark wondering if it's your end or their end or if something's getting fixed or not. They've actually already put something up saying they're aware of an issue.
Doesn't even surprise me. The Nexus team is great, and also the modding community on Nexus are great. But I'll just quickly share my screen and show this bit before we end the episode. So this is the mod we're using, Adamantium's multiplayer mod 1.0. This is only his. It's going to take a little bit because obviously these timeouts. Just give this a little bit to load up. But basically, this, if I'm right, it's only the 0.6. Did you say, Will?
Yeah.
Version? Okay. So yeah, we're on 0.6 at the moment. And here we go. So that's what we are at. Base functionality working for 1.0. This will mess with your save file if you have been warned. Just use a different character for multiplayer. That's what me and Will did. We found out that our gems respawned every time we died.
there was
So
a
we
there
glitched
was a
it.
lot of killing each other right off the bat, which we knew was gonna happen.
Yeah, we were quite clear on this. So it only works if they buy it in the Oculus store on the PC version, not
Or on
on the
Steam.
actual Oculus or on Steam. If you buy it on your actual Oculus device, so you're not using PC VR connection, then you will have Nomad Edition. So it will not work. These are the
Roy, your
features.
favorite thing is coming around.
Oh, yes, your ice cream van. So, these are the features so far. Working, limited, not working. The fact that this guy, though, has got it so that he's immediately got nothing in the not working category. That impresses me from developing standards. So, working is player syncing, including equipment. Yeah, that did happen. We did find sometimes that we could just like yank things from each other. The worst
Yeah.
one was if we pulled our inventory stone out, it would
It
basically
opened up
pull it out
both.
for the others.
To
That
be
was awkward.
completely honest, other than like the minimal issues we had, I think the player syncing is the only thing that's actually working. Everything else was an absolute mess.
Item prop syncing was a bit all over.
For the most part, they were good, but they're definitely not like 100%. There were still a
Yeah.
lot of issues, especially with the NPC syncing. Seeing as
Yes.
you
That
saw the
needs to
clip
go
that
to
I caught
limited.
where there was just someone sliding along the floor,
Yeah.
running towards us, and then the guy that got eaten by the floor.
So this one kind of establishes our issue, but we already knew this.
Yeah.
PvP damaging between players. Physics don't really work in PvP. You can block, but it's easy to force the block to break. We already knew PvP didn't work right.
Yeah. Especially whenever I stabbed you in the head 3 times and not a
Yeah,
single hit point left your soul.
exactly. Change maps can break sometimes. We witnessed that, but it only broke once, so
Yeah.
that
And that
was
was the
okay.
initial load into a map. It broke,
Yeah,
but anytime we reloaded a map, it seemed to work okay.
exactly. Uh, Mod support, we're
We're
not
just
even
playing
touching
vanilla at the
that.
moment.
Yeah,
I've still only playing the game for my first time, so I won't touch mods for a while.
yeah. Imbues, which means putting magic into a weapon. We've not tried it, so we can't say for certain, but I can imagine it would be a bit finicky. Magic. So, magic and item prop syncing kind of link together, especially with the player syncing. I have to put these together under one sentence on this. If you throw an item, it will go from behind you and hit you. I learnt this by picking up a magic ball, and Will learnt this by picking up a pot. Whenever Will threw it, it would break in the air just as he let go. Now on my screen, it would kind of be behind his arm, and it would hit his arm, classifying him then to be injured. With the magic fireball I randomly picked up and like pulled over, I went to throw it, and on Will's screen, he actually got the recording of it showing the fireball hit me in the back, even though for me it was like 3 meters in front of me.
It was quite
So,
funny though because he just made himself look like a demon from hell.
oh yeah. But yeah, those are, to be honest, the major issues. The mod is really simple to work. Download, stick in your mods folder on either Oculus or Steam, launch it up, load your character in, pull off your headset. There'll be a little menu down here. Click host, invite your friend. Problem solved.
It was extremely impressive how easy it was to connect.
That's on Steam though for Steam hosting. If you're going through another platform, you'll either have to use the Discord bot in this guy's Discord server. So he actually has a bot that will host a server for you. You just then connect,
I
or
mean,
you
all we
can.
can all we can hope now, Roy, is that there's other modders and stuff that can also figure this out and make more co-op for more games.
That's a big hope. That is a very large hope. I think one of the largest teams that really started to push all this was Skyrim Together devs.
Yeah.
They pushed a lot of it forward, and now you see a lot of like this system primarily is something I've been thinking about. If you look in the bottom right here, go away. You're not letting me
I
see it,
think
are
that's
you?
just what the screenshot is.
Oh no, there it is.
Oh, there you go.
So this little bit down here, this looks very similar to the Skyrim Together screen. Well, it used to be. But yeah, I'm intrigued, and I look forward to seeing more from them. So yeah, that's I think everything now. Will I think I've covered everything.
Yeah.
Cool. You're happy
Yeah.
as well then.
Yeah, I think that about sums up everything.
Perfect. In that case, then, thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed, please feel free to like, follow, subscribe, comment, join the Discord, all that good stuff.
If you do join the Discord, feel free to spout whatever kind of shit you fancy, and if there's anything you want us to take a look at to go over it in our episodes, also leave that in.
Yes, we always look forward to new stuff, and we like to see what's out there, and you never know what you're going to come across week to week, and that's kind of how we work.
See if you can find something that pisses Rory off more than certain game titles that we're not allowed to speak of.
Skull and Bones, I can speak of. Fuck you. But with all that being said, thank you all for watching, and we will see you all next time. Bye for now, guys.
Have a good one, guys. See you next week.